Well, hello, welcome back to our channel. If you haven't been here before, welcome. And if you've been here, welcome back. My name is Jamesetta Quay, and I work with the Marion County Public Health Department. And our senior topic this month is nourishing your body when you don't have an appetite. There's many reasons why we need to eat. One reason is when you don't eat, it can contribute to malnutrition. And overall, malnutrition can lead to your risk of being hospitalized, and more extreme possibilities is death. So in this video, we're going to talk about certain reasons why you lose your appetite, some snacks that you can incorporate, and then some tactics that you can do so that you're fueling your body, you're giving it what it needs, and you'll be able to, prevent yourself from going to that stage of malnutrition. So let's get into some of the reasons. Like I mentioned, one could be a chronic illness. Those are one of the reasons why you can lose your appetite. Medications is a big one. It can fluctuate. Most of the time it does decrease our appetite. The change in your digestive system can be another reason. Emotional struggles that you're going through can also bring down your ability to eat. Dehydration. A lot of people don't think about this one. Actually, when you hydrate your body, it actually gives your body some clues to tell you to eat something. So when you're dehydrated, your body does not give you those clues. And as we age, our hunger cues, we call it the hunger talk, it decreases more and more as we age. So that can be really hard to keep our appetite. Hormonal changes. So some of the things that you liked when you were 30, you don't like when you're 60. For me, I call it my adult palate. I hated mushrooms. I hated Brussels sprouts. But now, as an adult, I can eat it because my taste buds have changed. And that also happens when we get much older as well. So keeping that in mind, and just knowing those things can really help and can push you to start nourishing your body, because you're like, this is the cause, and now I need to find a way to tackle this problem. So some ways that you can tackle your ability to not eat is focus on foods that you like. So we all want to eat things that we like. If you're not eating at all, just focus less on the nutrients value of your food and focus on more enjoying the enjoyment of your food. So if you like a certain thing, try to eat that a little bit so that you can have some nourishment in your body. And then another thing that you can do also as well is, instead of eating 3 large meals, and there's no rule about how many meals you can eat, so splitting those into like maybe 5 smaller meals a day. So like having a couple of snacks instead of having like a breakfast, lunch, and dinner. So having little things that you're munching on that are pretty healthy, and that can give you your calorie intake and your protein intake and your fiber intake throughout the day is way more important than having 3 large meals a day. And another thing that you can do is just drink your calories. Smoothies, milkshakes, and juices are all and soups are all great ways to get your nutrients in. If it's hard for you to actually eat, some people have like mouth problems, so drinking your calories and adding supplements in there can be really beneficial and can help bring your appetite up as well. And then just adding, if you struggle with adding calories to your food, you can add some stuff like gravy, some sauces, butter, all these other things, just to bring your calorie intake up. And then just keeping your food simple is another way that you can keep your appetite and to get some extra nutrients in, because sometimes we try to make things more difficult than they need to be. Make them as simple as possible if you're struggling with eating. Some ways to stimulate your appetite: drinking more water, like I said earlier, can really stimulate your appetite. Eating with other people, I find it easier to finish my plate when I'm actually having a conversation or in a group setting with other people. It actually encourages me to eat as well. And then actually moving your body is another way to stimulate your appetite. Some snacks that you can eat during the day. These are just suggestions. You can, do whatever you want with these ones. Cottage cheese and fruit, and a little bit of honey if you like a little bit more sweeter. That's a great snack. Peanut butter and crackers and some cheese. It's a great little snack. You don't have to eat a lot, just a little bit throughout your day, and adding different things into that. Yogurt, mixed nuts, eggs, like egg sandwiches, tuna sandwiches, chicken salads. All those different things are a great way to add great foods to add to your meals if you are struggling with your appetite and just consuming food. Hummus is another great thing that you can do, especially if you have some mouth and teeth problems, with some veggies, some pretzels, pita, all those different things. So the biggest takeaway from this video is we know that it can be hard for us to eat. When we break it down by little snacks throughout the day, that can be really helpful, and just eating things that you like can really be helpful for just consuming the nutrients that you need so you do not become malnourished. So we're going to get into our recipe today, and I'm really excited for this. Get started with our recipe today. So our recipe is a peanut butter cup smoothie. Like I said earlier, it's easier for you to drink your calories and drink your nutrients than sometimes eating it. I hope this recipe is helpful for you. This is one of my favorites. So we're going to start with a cup of skim milk. You can use whatever milk that you want. If you wanted to have a little bit more fat in your smoothie, you can add a different type of milk. So it's a cup and a half of the skim milk, and then I'm using, this recipe calls for 2 frozen bananas. I'm just using the sliced bananas from Kroger. So I'm gonna do 2 of those. And then we're gonna do 1/4 cup of our peanut butter in our blender. Make sure you get it all out of there. This is a little tricky part, because getting all your peanut butter out can be hard. Ooh. Okay. And then we're gonna do 2 tablespoons of our cocoa powder. I have peanut butter on my hand. You can also just use some ripe bananas that you have in your home, but this is our smoothie, so it has a pretty good consistency. Alrighty, well, this is what I have for you today. I hope that you come back for our next video, and I'll see you next time. Bye.